All right, Mr. Sabine, let's talk about what we worked on during our putting golf lesson. So on the left, you're going to see your before setup, and what I want you to notice is how your glove hand has the shaft of the putter leaning behind the buttons on your shirt, kind of pointing more towards the right side of your body. If you look at you over here on the after setup on the right, you can see that the shaft looks a bit more straight up and down, kind of going right through your midsection up through the buttons on your shirt. That's way better in regard to the setup because it's going to help you with getting the ball rolling much more pure right off the putter face. All right, so in this next clip, we're taking a look at a before and after. On the left, we have the before. This is where the shaft was leaning more back towards your right side. So watch what happens here with the ball. So as this putter's coming in towards the golf ball, it's actually hitting a little bit above the equator of the ball. And you're gonna start to see that that red line on your golf ball is tilting downward very quickly. And that's actually not gonna create a pure roll right off the start. So your putting is gonna be a little inconsistent. You're also not transferring the energy proficiently into the ball. So that means your speed control is going to be a little tough to control as well and to judge. So now let's watch over here on the right. This is where we have the shaft more vertical at like a 90-degree line, and watch the difference. So as the putter ends up striking this golf ball, you're going to see this red line take off very flat. See how it just looks almost the exact same? It hasn't tilted or anything. And then now it's going to start to tumble and create your topspin to it. So that's a much better roll for the ball. You're going to be a lot more consistent in how you're actually transferring energy into that golf ball, and it'll help you in your speed control and in the consistency of your roll when you're putting. All right, in this final clip, we're looking at your putting setup, and I've drawn a line from your eyes going straight down towards the ground. And what we talked about was during this lesson, we wanted your eyes to get just a little closer to the golf ball. So in this one, we're still a little bit far from the ball. One of the tools that we use to help you to accomplish that is we actually used, you can see it over here on the ground, but there's a, in that bag there's actually a mirror that we had set up on the ground. We put a ball on top of it, and that was allowing you to see where your eyes were in relation to the golf ball. So it's a good little training aid to utilize. You can also do this where you just take on a secondary golf ball and you hold it below your left eye and you just drop it, and that's going to show you exactly where your eyes are over the ball. So another good way to test that out. Another training aid that we use is actually right here on the ground, that metal ruler. We did that where we had the ball sit on top of it, and your goal was to try to roll the ball along the ruler. So some cool training aids that I definitely recommend if you're trying to work on putting. Those are very helpful. They're things that I use in my own putting. And then what this did, once you got the ball a little bit closer to you, that helped you in getting the putter to go back a little bit straighter. When we're standing far away from the ball like this, the putter actually wants to move more, typically in a more inward fashion, and it'll cause people to pull it. But what we actually found in your case was as you would swing back, your putter actually would want to move a little bit more on this kind of outward and then almost pulling across the ball in that direction. So I definitely think getting a little bit closer to the golf ball will help. I know you talked about maybe using more of a claw grip to help you to keep the putter more on a straight back, straight through flow. So some things to work on. I hope you enjoyed this golf lesson, and until next time, happy golfing.